My name is Yana. Well, I'm going to repeat it again. I am a Divine Healing Hand Soul Healer, which has created a healing modality called Soul Healing, created by Master Sha, Dr. and Master Jigong Sha. Dr. and Master Jigong Sha is a world-renowned healer, humanitarian, thank you. And he has many titles, including a Western doctor title, doctor, that's why we call him Dr. and Master Sha. He has mastered many Chinese ancient arts and disciplines, including Tai Chi and I Ching, Kung Fu, martial arts is Kung Fu, and Feng Shui, and Qigong. Yes, that's the one. So the short story about Master Sha, he's an extraordinary human being, really. At the age of 6, he mastered Tai Chi. So the story of that is when he was in the park with his parents walking, he saw this Tai Chi master when he was 6. And the Tai Chi master, if you know a little bit about Tai Chi, it's a slow movement, basically practicing the energy flowing from the nature of Mother Earth, from the universes. And as you absorb these energies, you develop your own energy in your own body and around your body, your auric field, you can say. So he saw this Tai Chi master just had a very gentle move, and then his disciple just like flew away, like feet away, as if somebody pushed him really hard, but all the master did was a gentle move. So Master Sha was so impressed with this, and he wanted to learn. So he went up to this grandpa, asked him, please take me as your disciple. I really want to learn this. And the master looked at him like, oh, tiny little boy, you're too young. And then he begged and begged, and his parents, he begged and begged, and then finally the master says, where are your parents? We have to first talk to your parents. Only if they're willing to take you to the park every weekend and practice diligently, then you can start learning. And his parents came, and then they agreed. You know, the kid is so enthusiastic. Master Sha had also a very great heart. As he walked on the street when he was very young, he saw people suffering with sickness. He would always go up to them, ask them what happened to them. Are you okay? Did you seek doctor's help? And then many times that he received an answer from them. Yes, I've seen doctor. It helps to a certain extent, but this still happens. Regardless, it's pain in the body, it's asthma, so on. So from very young, he has this heart of wanting to help people. And he, at the time, the best way was to become a doctor for him. And but at the same time, he knew there's more than Western medicine. So as he was going through medical school to learn Western modality, he also started learning Chinese medicine. And of course, there's other Tao wisdom such as I Ching, Kung Fu, so on. And as he was sent to the Philippines to learn medical hospital administration, so the government hospital sponsored him, sent him to Philippines to learn hospital administration. He became very well known in Philippines because of his acupuncture technique. At that time, he was already, he finished his medical degree. He was sent for a master degree in Philippines, and he was already quite a master of acupuncture. And he was famous for curing the incurable, especially in pain, as well as hearing. He would be able to use his special acupuncture technique to bring people back from congenital hearing blockages. So from at that time, he was constantly communicating with the divine. However, he was not a divine channel yet, meaning that the divine has not given him the authority to heal, to give a comment, and the divine will heal through him. At the time, he was still practicing his Chinese medicine. But as he had cured so many important people, it was in the Philippines. There were influential people who worked in the government in Canada, heard about him, helped him move to Canada, and he became an immigrant in Canada and started 2 clinics in Canada, very successful, till one day he receives messages. He communicates with the divine, the higher source, all the time. He receives messages. The divine wants him to go out, to give up his clinic and serve, to teach soul healing, to teach all the time that he knows how to communicate with the divine, to the large mass, to the people, to go out there and say, oh, this practice is there. It's not a secret anymore. It has been practiced for thousands of years, and it still is. It's just not being talked about. So the divine gave him the message. He immediately listened, and he didn't even think about it. He was very, very successful. It's not just a clinic. He was making quite a large figure at the time. And there were no doubts. He didn't have any doubt to the message he received. He just closed his clinic and he started traveling. And since then, he has not stopped traveling. And we always kind of admirably joke about Master Sha doesn't even stay with his family more than a month of a year. He spends a lot more time with his students teaching the world than to be with his family. So we are very, very fortunate to have learned this modality, soul healing, to have the opportunity to have the door open for us to understand what it is. So that's just introduction to Master Sha, and we will talk a little bit about exactly what is soul healing later, but I would like us to kind of experience it a little bit about soul healing and communicating with the soul. So in such gathering, we always start with a little invocation. Well, in addition to all our physical being here and all those who join us online, we want to call in the soul world because they have the power to remove our blockages. Then we will have the power to bring all their vibrations to heal our blockages. So let's invite them. There are a few mudra, or you can say hand position you can do. I'm going to show you one. No problem. One is this. Most of you are familiar with Solar Arab hand position. So what you do is you put your left hand in front of your heart chakra, but keep a little space. Okay, so the energy flows. And the right hand pointed upward, traditional prayer position. Also keep a little space. No, we do a lot of practices with physical position. We always say keep a little space. And we want to bend the fingers a little bit so it's not straight point upward. Same thing when we tighten it, we're locking spaces. Relax a little bit. So bend it a little bit with both hands. We call this solar era position. Let's start. We will say to the soul world, dear the divine, dear the Tao, dear the source. You can follow along. Silently or out loud, either way. Yeah. You can follow along silently or out loud. Dear the divine, dear the Tao, the source.
Dear the divine, dear the Tao, dear the source.
Dear Master Sha.
Dear Master Sha.
Dear all of our heavens teams.
Dear all of our heavens teams.
all our spiritual fathers and mothers in heaven,
all of our spiritual fathers and mothers in heaven,
and on Mother Earth,
and on Mother Earth.
Dear all the beings of love and light,
Dear all beings of love and light,
who have helped us
who have helped us
in this lifetime
in this lifetime
and in all lifetimes.
and in all lifetimes.
We are so grateful
We are so
So
grateful
grateful
and sincerely
and
sincerely
sincerely
ask you to come join us
ask you to come and join us
to support our practice tonight.
to
support our practice tonight.
We're so grateful
We're
so grateful
for all the help you've given us,
for all the help you've given us,
for all lifetimes.
for all lifetimes.
Please stay with us
Please stay with us
the entire duration of our practice.
the entire duration of our practice.
Please help us
Please help us
to open our soul, heart, mind, and body.
to
to open our soul, heart, mind, and body.
Please help us to remove
Please help us to remove
the blockages
the blockages
that stop us
that stop us
from receiving the divine flow,
from receiving the divine flow,
from receiving the abundance,
from receiving the abundance,
from receiving the love, forgiveness, compassion, and light.
from receiving the love, forgiveness, compassion, and light.
We are ready
We are ready
to move forward
to move forward
from our struggling.
from our struggling.
We know this year
We know this year
is the year we can thrive.
is the year we can thrive.
Please animate our body.
Please animate our body.
Please move our hands and arms and feet.
Please move our hands and arms and feet.
Please use our mouths to flow your messages.
Please use our mouths to flow your messages.
We will be your servant.
We will be your servants.
Help us to serve others.
Help us to serve others.
Help to serve our own soul journey
Help us to serve our own soul journey
and our physical life.
and our physical life.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
We will start by setting the tone and create a beautiful vibrational field by singing the soul song of love, peace, and harmony. It's very simple line. If you have never seen it, just listen to us a little bit. We sing it one round and you'll catch up. We will start with the soul language, Chinese, Mandarin, and English, and followed by Hawaiian. If you're you know other language, you can sing your favorite languages. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. I'm gonna move the tone up. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Mandarin. 我爱我心儿里，我爱穿人类。万里 相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。English. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Aloha mai irau. Aloha kako apau. Hili mai pubai kako. Aloha malielo kai. Aloha malielo kai.
Oh.
Okay. Just one more. Well, one more round. And this time we can chant it softer. Okay. Or almost even silent if you prefer. And if it helps you to relax your body, you can rest your arms on your lap, wherever. Now you don't have to hold this position. It gets a little tiring sometimes. Okay. We'll start from soul language again. And that's about English. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Hawaiian. Aloha mai ia'u. Aloha kaku. We say 3 hows. How is perfect, all good, be well, complete. It's Mandarin Chinese. Our beloved spiritual father is originally from China, and Mandarin is his native language. And so we say 3 times, one to the souls of the divine, the second one to all the souls we just invited in, then the third one is to the soul of our own soul. We thank our own soul to bring us here tonight for this gathering. How does everybody feel? I just feel like a pile of gravel. It's not even a rock anymore. Somehow it's gravel today. Just shed off my shoulder. I feel so relaxed and I don't know what to say next.
We can ask people to share what they've heard from the
Yeah,
chanting.
why don't you check the...
Okay.
If you would like to share what your experience with the chanting, you can post it on the comments. We can read it. So let's talk a little bit about the soul song of love, peace, and harmony. So this song is given by the divine to Master Sha for the mission, his love, peace, harmony mission, to awaken the world, to awaken humanity, to start living as a unity and to create a world of love, peace, and harmony. So the song is extremely simple. We sing the first part, lula, lula, li, lula, lula, li, lula, lula, li, lula. This is what we call soul language. Soul has language. Everything has a soul. If you have been here with us or be with Master Sha's teaching, he teaches everything and everyone has a soul. That means this chair has a soul. The computer has a soul. I have a soul. And not only I have a soul, my body parts have souls. So I have fingers. My finger has soul. My liver is right here, has a soul. My kidney has a soul. Each soul is a universal servant. Their purpose in this physical life is to serve. And to serve is to make others happier and healthier. It's as simple as that. Okay, think about it. Sometimes something makes you happy, but that doesn't necessarily make you healthy. Right? I know about that. I used to love fried chicken so much. Once in a while you eat it because it makes you happy, that's good. But you love it so much and you eat it every day, and that's not going to be healthy. So it's as simple as that. To serve is to make others happier and healthier. And that's basically what every soul that's ever been created, that's their mission, is to serve. So what happened to all the troubles on Mother Earth right now that we can see, or the troubles that we have internally? Why are they not also happier and healthier all the time? And sometimes we don't feel like all the souls are really serving that well. So soul, Master Sha teaches soul. Everyone and everything has the soul. Soul is a message, and there is negative messages, there are positive messages. So what happens is when there are negative messages in our soul, in our heart, in our mind, and in our body, then a blockage is created. And that's when we don't feel that we're being served or we're serving others that well, because blockages stop us from serving others and serving ourselves to be happier and healthier. So it's as simple as that. I want to leave this part, deeper teaching about soul, heart, mind, and body to Master Gina as she comes. She's serving some of her clients right now, so she'll be here with us soon. So the Divine Soul Song of Love, Peace, and Harmony was so simple, and it's given to Master Sha first as a soul language. So soul has languages, our organ has languages, our little beloved pet here, Mr. Ping, has its soul language. We don't necessarily understand them with our mind if we don't know how to connect and receive and give that message when they're not speaking our language. It's like if I talk to a person who speaks Spanish, and then he can be saying a lot of things with all the emotions, but I don't necessarily understand him very well, perfectly, because we don't speak the same language. So, but that doesn't mean that language doesn't exist. So that's the same for soul language. And then, from receiving that soul language, Master Sha translated it to Chinese Mandarin, and then his top students started translating them into different languages, like Hindi, Hawaiian, we translated to Hawaiian here. So that's, I realize I'm only talking to the camera, I'm not talking to people.
I just thought that too. All of a sudden,
I'm
like,
so
hey.
sorry. Okay, I'm gonna come back here. Hi, I'm still with you online, but I need to focus on the people here too. So
I'm actually having a hard time like following you because
I'm talking to
Yeah.
the camera. I'm so sorry.
yeah.
That's so funny. This is kind of like I've only been on Chinese channel once. I have this habit already. Just talking to the camera. Okay, so the soul language, I believe everybody's familiar with the Soul Song of Love, Peace, Harmony. Are you familiar with the Soul Song of Love, Peace, and Harmony?
Yeah.
Okay. You've chanted it by heart now?
I've heard it for a while.
Why?
You know the English part.
So, if you don't have the Soul Song of Soul Song of Divine Love, Peace, Divine Soul Song of Love, Peace, and Harmony, in your home, on your cell phone, I encourage you to go download it on drsha.com. It's free. Master Sha gives this song to the humanity, gives the copyright to humanity. It's meant to serve every soul, so you can download it. So what I do is I pretty much play it 24/7 in my home. I have it in my living room, I have it in my room, and I have it in my cell phone. So today was a very interesting day because it's my second week into the semester. I teach at the college, and I have a class full of gamers. If you don't know the gamers, the boys who are really into playing games.
Right.
So they're super hyper.
Like video
They're
games?
Yeah. The ones that eat the hot pockets.
Pockets. Hi. It's so stereotypical, but at the same time, it's quite true. So they're very hyper, and they're like the teenage boys who like have no filters, and they bounce off each other's energy, and they get really hyper. And I'm teaching them something very specific, and then they need to watch what I'm doing on the screen. Otherwise, they'll miss steps, which was what happened. Oh my God, we have a room of.
Come on in.
You don't like
us, the air conditioner's there, so maybe you'll be.
How about over here, Annette? You want to sit here?
We have more people joining us.
Because the air is good.
Yeah.
This is welcome.
Hey, Mr. Ping.
That's what
Yeah.
it says.
Gila.
Hi, I'm Mr. Payne.
Pilar.
Aloha.
So we have Diane, our beloved Diane Hayashi, just joined us in our Annette Keybird
Exactly.
and Pilar that
Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah.
introduce.
Yeah.
Okay. It was written. Yeah, it was written that way.
So I am gonna ask how everybody is doing right now at this moment. You can share your feeling on the live stream comments box. It doesn't have to be good or bad or whatever you're feeling. Be honest and authentic about it. That's very important. So at this moment, what are you feeling? Give us 1-2 sentences. We'll start from.
Now that I'm here, I feel among friends, and I feel among a very positive space. But I have been experiencing a tremendous amount of non-specific anxiety, just full of anxiety. I have been blessed with a lot of student family visitors and chatting with them. They're also, many of them are at a crossroads in their life. They've just graduated or something. And it's interesting, the things that are coming out of my mouth, they're very happy because I'm giving them advice that they're looking for. But I don't have advice to comfort myself. And I don't know, I was just asking Sunny, I said, I don't know if it's perhaps because we just went through 3 months of nearly daily morning to night, late night occupation with Master Sha and the very talented staff that was with him and people. But it almost feels, it's like a withdrawal thing. I almost feel like I have no purpose or I'm without focus or direction. Although as I was driving down here, fighting my way through the traffic, I was so distracted that I drove to Queen Kapilani Hotel, where we were having all of our, many of our workshops and retreats down there. And I'm, oh my God, I'm at the zoo. I got on autopilot to get to Waikiki. So I had to turn around and come back over here. So that was the first thing I thought. And then the second thing I thought was, yes, there's a very, very high level training workshop and that I'm not in personally. Perhaps I'm feeling the vibration spill over from that. I received and honored for some pretty high downloads recently. The first one was a soul enlightenment, and to match that I got the heart and mind enlightenment. It could be an adjustment period for me because nothing's the same afterwards. Even food doesn't taste the same to me. Things don't look the same. And even when I look at people, they don't look the same to me. So it could be all these things all happening at once. And I don't look at things necessarily as, well, people say good and bad. Those are, to me, not very descriptive adjectives, but I look at things more that I see the dark and the light. There's dark and there's light together. There's dark within light, there's light within dark. I look back on my year and it's just so eventful. And everything is so much like that. But I have experienced in the last 5 days at least, last
Anxiety.
2 weeks, high levels of anxiety.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Gillard?
Yeah, well, my day was much better.
That's good.
I
That's
went to the
wonderful.
beach and it was pretty awesome. And I read the Soul Healing Miracles, which was nice. And I don't know, the book says that the purpose is to serve, right? So it seems like pretty easy answer. And so that's it.
It was a beautiful, gorgeous day
Yeah,
yesterday.
it was.
And
Also
today.
today.
Yeah.
But I continue to serve.
I
I do.
And
I just am on high vibration, that's all.
how about you guys? Let's see. Everybody can see you. How are you feeling at this moment?
At this moment, I feel very wonderful, actually.
Very wonderful.
Yeah, today, this past week, since the last time we met, has been quite eventful in many types of ways. But I see the larger purpose of it all, and so it's actually beautiful to watch something unfold. And kind of like how you say, you don't look at things as bad and good. I look at things the same way. It's just, things are what you make of it and how you choose to react to it. And so it's just beautiful. It really is. Like, as challenging as it is, there's a lot of, the way I look at things is that in your hardest times, your hardest challenges, that's your biggest area for growth and opportunity. And so that's, like, for me and a lot of other people close to me in my life right now, really just this week kind of lots of things happen. So it's nice to be there for each other, and be here with all of you, and share our positive energy with each other and take it forward for the next week. So I'm happy to be here.
Okay.
I'm glad to be here too.
Okay.
I am ready to do some practices or something to focus more on building more of a foundation and strength for my finances and for different projects I'm working on. And I'm putting out a lot of different energy right now, so it's nice to have some support for that with this group.
Okay, I'm gonna skip myself and go to Danny. There. Hi. This is Danny.
Well, my first time here, and although it's not my first time in this office,
Yes.
Gina has been taking great care of me, and Sonny has been taking care of me. I've been getting treatments for my injury, and I thought I'd come by and see what was happening over here.
Okay. How do you feel at this moment?
I feel good. I feel really good. My life is, going through some changes, and just like everybody else, the world is changing fast. So you have to, just move along with it, or hop off. But it's like
I don't think hop off is an option.
it's up to you. It is an option. But it's right now feeling pretty good.
Thank you, Danny. Annette.
Well, I'm happy to be here. A little encouragement from Yana, and I was kind of wavering, but then you made the call and said, yeah, well, I have time, because I often don't have time.
Yeah, our beautiful Annette is a nurse, and you know how busy nurses are. Yeah, they're busy helping others, and they don't have time to help themselves.
Well, actually, I'm in transition now. I resigned from
Oh, your
this
previous
other
job.
job, so I'm kind of on call for agency.
Okay.
So that's a bit of an unknown and a little insecure until I find something steady. So this
It's a perfect place for you.
financial blessing what we're focusing on, it seems appropriate. So
2016 is an interesting year. It's like the moment January 1st starts, everything just starts flipping. It's not just changing, it's just like it flips. Oh, are you done sharing? I'm sorry. So we have Katie and Mr. Ping here.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Look at those eyes.
you're so photogenic.
He's feeling the frequency. I'm really happy to be here with everybody. So I feel good. I feel excited to do some work, kind of how Akara was speaking, and building some more foundational energy, grounding. There's a lot of things that I'm putting out there, also a lot of energies, lots of projects, lots of, different things going on. So I'm excited to continue to be grounded and really be able to serve all of those things and receive abundance for that.
Yeah.
So I can serve more.
Hi. You're right here. You're very close. It's okay, you're so beautiful. Yeah, I'm feeling optimistic at the moment. I've had an up roller coaster week. My grandfather passed on Friday, so my life kind of switched gears a bit. And I'd really like to go home to Texas to go see him, to go see my family. So I'm ready to do some practices. The place where I'm staying at, we had a washer malfunction. So I had got up in this morning, because there's a little dog there, Buddy, that we're kind of taking care of. And so when I got up to go take Buddy outside, I was standing in a puddle of water, and I thought it was him at first, and I was half asleep, and I was like, oh no, buddy. But on closer inspection, it was the washer, and there was like it was almost like filled, the floor was filled with water. And then the next day, one of the girls that I'm there with, she was like, you know what? I think that was a financial blessing. And she checked her guidance, and we checked, and it was like, yeah, you got a financial blessing coming, a huge one, because I was standing in a huge puddle of water. So yeah, I'm excited to be here with you guys to like open up and receive all of the wonderful finance that heaven is pouring down right now. I just want to share a quick story. I want to share. So it is so important. We do this in group. When we receive messages, we have to create this group this year. And the point is not for Master Gina or for Sunny or me to start a group so we check off a task on our boxes. The point is really about all of the souls, all of you all, as well as what you bring in. You know, each of us has connection to our ancestors, our relationship, this lifetime and previous lifetime. All that is linked to us. So when we come here, we bring those souls here too. And because we're focusing on finances, so your relationship, good or bad, with all the souls that is related to finances will come. And it is that group, collective practices of love, forgiveness, compassion, and light that will really boost our finances, will really remove our soul, heart, mind, and body blockages of our finances. So I'm just so excited because each week there are more and more people, and that was the whole goal, to have people come in. And you'll be so surprised when last week, Angela, previously we have a beloved healer from Kauai, not on the same island. She was asking Sunny for a case study blessing for her finances. And Sunny checked guidance. At the time, Sunny is already closing the case study. Okay, he has already filled his quota. So whoever asks after that, he just check if if he can open to the person. And it was a no. It was very interesting. So it was, he hasn't gotten much of a no, but that day it was a no. And then what followed that was Sunny suggested Angela, oh, we're gonna have a practice group. Why don't you join us? And she hesitated initially, but then she made an effort to just tune into the live stream last week. And Sunny received guidance to offer a calligraphy blessing for finances. I started talking to the camera again, sorry. I keep doing that. So there's this Tao calligraphy called Tao Cai Fu, which means, that's Mandarin, Tao Cai Fu, which means Tao bestow wealth. And it is written, the original calligraphy is written by Master Sha. And Master Sha is a high vibrational being. Whatever he creates is a high vibrational message. So Sunny was very blessed. He has a card, a calligraphy card of that calligraphy. And he's able to trace and bless people. So he offered a free blessing for Angela. And right next day was the next day?
No, a few days
in
later.
that week. Okay, in that week.
Well, she got chosen by divine guidance too.
Yeah, oh yes. So because she made the effort of signing on live stream and then coming to join us for practice, Master Gina did the divine guidance that day. Okay, she checked with the divine who is gonna be the lucky one last week, and she was. She didn't even expect anything from this workshop. She just, because Sunny suggested she could, so she signed in and she's with us last week, and then she was chosen by the divine as a demo. And after she received that blessing, she then was offered to have a craft show at her friend's event, and it hasn't happened yet, so let's see. And so there's a door opening for her businesses right away in the same week. And so the group effort is so important, and showing up is so important. We keep talking about all we have to do is show up, because every time we do practices, it's not just in here, also at the Master Sha's Tao Healing Center or any other group practices. We just are healers who have open channels, who would just see the heavens are just waiting. All we have to do is be here and show up. It does not matter what I say. It does not matter what will be offered, but because you show up, the heaven was so happy that you show up, and they will start showering you with whatever you need at this time. So group practice, that's what I wanted to share, the importance of that. And that's the messages I received today about 2016. It is gonna be a very eventful year. I think that was for me, and I think it's gonna be the same for many people. That we will have many opportunities coming to us, and then it may seem overwhelming or completely incomprehensible with our mind. But if we're willing to open our heart, and most importantly, ask for help, ask for support from the people close to you, not close to you. When the people come offer you help, take it. When you need help, who's right there, you ask for it, because it's a group effort that will make this ball rolling for you, for each of us, for 2016. And that is so important. Master Gina is here, so let's invite her up here.
No, go ahead.
Oh, are we trying this?
Oh, do we have any message we want to share?
Yes,
online?
actually, Bettina
Okay.
has a message.
So we have messages online. Sunny will read it for you. And there, that's Master Gina.
So we have a message from Bettina from Germany.
Oh, gee. Wow, that's awesome.
We are also joined by Kristen from Barbados and a few others who haven't said anything yet. But Bettina says that after the soul, heart, mind enlightenment, I experienced some things like new adjustments, overthinking old beliefs, and letting go some of them. Yeah. So there's a lot of transition, a lot of purification going on, and we're not alone, thankfully. Master Gina, do you want to switch?
Yeah.
Might be better.
So we're gonna invite Master Gina up here. See you a bit later.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming. It's so exciting to see everybody. Earlier, when I went out to stop at the grocery store, and then I saw Katie at the grocery store, and then I came out, and a car was there, and I felt like, oh my gosh, I feel like we're going on a little mini retreat this evening, because I always feel so rejuvenated after we have a little group practice. And it's interesting, what happened with Angela from Hawaii. Is she with us tonight?
Not that we know of.
So Angela, I don't know her. I don't know if I know her. I might know her. I can't remember. She came for the Tao retreats.
For the yes.
For some of them.
Yeah. She was there at the beginning and the end.
You just have to see her.
Okay. So anyway, I thought it was so interesting, that Divine picked somebody who was on the line, and then later Sunny and Yana told me her story, and now to hear she had this offer, she has an opportunity that came up, so that's really wonderful. And then I just would like to remind everyone, as Master Sha is reminding us, Divine Channels, do not relax your efforts. Because when the ball gets rolling, you have to keep putting in your effort to keep it rolling. So we're all being very blessed right now, And so our role is just to, keep maintaining our efforts so that we can continue to work through the challenges that come along with receiving, higher and higher frequencies, really. So, lack of better word. Okay, so let's see. I think, so this is our second time online, right? Okay. So we here last week? Yeah, okay, so Rhonda's been here every week, and Rhonda has a lot of financial challenges, specifically related to when she had an injury. And then Katie's going through transition, getting her new business up and running. And Annette, congratulations. I'm so proud of you that you resigned from your job. That takes so much courage. That is just wonderful. Yeah. So, and you want to do what now? You want to find another full-time position or what?
Whatever is going to best.
Whatever is appropriate for you. Okay, great. And you got to retire recently. And so what do you want to do now?
I'm going to be playing with my music and stuff.
Okay, great. And you just moved here and you're doing great.
Getting situated.
Well, okay.
Yes.
Wanting to ramp up more on your own business.
And just have more opportunity to work with more people here and visitors.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
And Acacia, am I saying that right?
Yes.
Acacia, brand new start to life.
Yeah, lots of things. I
also went through a huge transition. Yeah.
going through many things of it, all to make room for new things, really, and it's how I see it. And I just graduated in December of 2014, and with an enormous amount of student loan debts. And I just got divorced, which further just really just financially and and I'm starting a new life as a copywriter. So I'm just this year brand new. All these things just fell into place, and it's just starting all again.
Okay,
so lots of things. So.
And how are you doing? What are you doing these days?
I have an online business.
Oh, okay.
So
great.
it's going pretty well, actually. But it's always good to make
Yeah,
it better,
keep
right?
it
Yes.
going, right?
It is always
Yeah.
What kind of online business do you do?
I sell books, I have online courses,
Is it stuff you've written or other people's?
everything.
Oh, really?
Oh, you have
What kind of material?
The books, you mean?
Yeah.
The books are teaching languages, stuff
Oh,
like that.
okay.
nice.
Yeah. The courses are about spirituality.
Oh, wow, goodness.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I can travel all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
My energy work has taken off.
Okay, great.
I thought, yesterday I thought I had one appointment at one establishment, and I took an appointment for another place, and I ended up with 4,
Oh.
and 3 that I had to cancel because they were simultaneous.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, congratulations.
They called me today to come in, and they called me twice actually. They called me in if I could come in. They also called me to give advisory for something else. So that is a very wonderful, wonderful direction that I'm being pulled into. Even if I don't know it, I'm being pulled there. So the healing, I finally got Divine Healing Hands certification straightened out before the Tao retreats, but it was something that was just pending paperwork-wise. And I didn't know that, so it got cleared up. And then I made contact with another old acquaintance that I thought had floated out. Somebody floated back in. So we'll see how things are going to be. A quality person.
And Yana?
And me. Of course, like many of us who live in Hawaii, we have financial challenges. I have that too. More to that, I really want to stop struggling. That was the end of my last year's goal, was to stop struggling, whatever that means. Meaning when I see a challenge, I don't fall into struggling. I just go straight, skip ahead, find solution, and then do it. So I find that's been working quite well if I keep up my practices. When I don't, surprisingly, not surprisingly, when I don't keep up my practices, of course, I fall into struggling. So that just everything I've experienced since the beginning of this month, a year, is really like confirming about practice and serve. If I do that, my day, no matter how busy it is or how exhausted I become at the end, it's all feel really good and I feel really blessed. And then at times I would receive messages or teachings and heaven, when you open your soul communication channel, the heaven will give you confirmations or lessons, or, and then you don't have to actually wait for the hard lessons to really wake up. Yeah. So when you're connected, and then a very subtle teaching, a very small lessons that you receive, you change it right away. You go straight into, if I don't know how to, I'll go find somebody who knows. So take this person out of the equation, and everything becomes so much easier. I need help, I'll just go ask for help. Forget about trying to figure it out myself. So this experience has been tremendous, and I'm so grateful for it, because I used to be a person who I believe I have to solve everybody's problem. Yeah. And of course that's not true, because I have that belief system. So when I have that belief system, of course that's my reality. Then people really always come to me, ask for this, ask for that. Sometimes 5 people come to me at the same time. I would just, in my head, I would be screaming, "What do you all want from me?" But then outside, I would just collectively come and start solving each people's problem. But then at the end, I'm the only person who's holding this ball. And that ball is not going anywhere. It's not moving forward. I feel like I do so many things, and I feel like I'm pushing the ball very well, and I'm holding it perfectly the way I want it to. The mindset of control, that's also attached to it, because I want things exactly the way it looks like. So it should move that way, otherwise it's not the right direction. But then this year, because of all the experiences with you, and it's only been with, the 3rd week, I just realized when I just let it go and then allow all of your support to come, the ball rolls so much faster than I would ever imagine. It's incredible, and I didn't even have to put up too much effort to it. So, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Are you the first one?
No, I'm the second.
Hi, I'm Sunny, and just like Yanan said, we both were feeling like this is the year to really transform, to stop struggling, to create a really smooth flowing life, and we are pretty optimistic that this is the year it will happen. But the other message, just like she mentioned, that has also been coming to me, is this year is about cooperation. It's about all of us coming together and really just lifting each other up. It feels like this message actually came to us last year. It came through one of the masters at Master Sha's center, that 2015 was going to be the year of what Master Sha calls Bao Yuan Shui, which is another word for collective. It's one of the meanings of that is that the ball that we keep talking about, that we're all connected, we're all one ball. Unfortunately, there were too many blockages in 2015 to that manifesting, but this time, after Master Sha stayed with us for 3-4 months in 2015, cleared a lot of blockages, it feels like now it can happen. In 2016 can be the year of community, coming together and helping each other out. So we don't have to keep struggling individually. And I did connect with Master Sha's soul today before the group, and that's exactly the same message that came in, that when you come together as a group and you chant, heaven comes through in a big way when you practice together. And so everyone's going through difficulty, but we all come together, we can help each other out. So let's do that.
Yay.
Okay, so one of the things that has been coming up is that I was talking to Katie about this, is that we have these tests periodically as divine channels, and so one of the things that we went through recently was how grateful are you? And so I had a blessing from one of our lovely soul healers from Australia, Jan. She's a calligraphy soul healer, and she said to me, to ask myself what my level of gratitude was for my wealth. And so, because my spiritual channels are open, I just checked, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I think it was 3. And I felt so sad, and I felt so bad, and I thought, oh my gosh, I never even thought about the soul of my wealth. I didn't feel grateful for the soul of my wealth. I never even thought about the fact that I have wealth, or that my wealth has a soul. And it's so sad that I haven't been grateful for it, because I'm always just, complaining like, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't do that, oh, I can't do the other thing. And I just really felt so sad. So that's very easy to, remedy. We just visualize the ball of golden light in our lower abdomen or in our lower back, and we chant gratitude. And this will help increase the soul of our gratitude. So, and it was actually very, very, very surprising to me. I was completely caught off guard, because I feel like I'm a grateful person. Like, I wake up and I feel like so happy to have my apartment, and I'm so happy to have my bed, and I'm happy to be alive. But I didn't realize that in that area I wasn't expressing gratitude. I was only like, So let's go ahead and do a practice. What time has it gotten to be?
6:51.
Oh, okay, great. So we'll do a quick practice.
Wow.
And then maybe Sunny's going to offer us another demo this evening. And then we can end with another blessing. So everybody just sit up a little bit in your chairs, if it's comfortable for you, so that your back is away from the back of your chair. And have your feet flat on the ground, so that your kidney 1 acupuncture point on the bottom of your foot is connected to Mother Earth. Have your heels touching, if that's comfortable for you. And imagine Mother Earth's sacred liquid light shining up through the bottom of your feet, through your legs, all the way into the bottom of your trunk, the base of your trunk, into the Hui Yin acupuncture point, which is at your perineum, and shining all the way up through the center of your body to emerge through the 2 acupuncture points underneath your tongue, the Jin Jin Yu Ye points. And then have your back straight and your crown pointed towards heaven, so that we can receive heaven's sacred liquid that will come down through our crown and through the soft palate in the back of your mouth. And then just take a deep breath and use, whichever hand position is good for you. I think, if we have one hand over our heart, this is good, because the heart center, or the message center, is where we receive the messages. So, we'll receive, phone calls about, oh, hey, I'd like to make an appointment for soul healing or for calligraphy tracing or for acupuncture or massage and, all the different things that we have to offer. And one hand over your lower abdomen, because this is where we want to build our ball of light, our Qingdan, in our lower abdomen, because this is the area of our body that has the greatest capacity to store the energy that we're creating through chanting and visualizing. So one of the practices that we do is when you are focusing on your wealth, imagine that you are sitting in a golden lotus. And imagine that you are the Buddha that you want to be, or you are the person that you want to be. Maybe not everybody wants to be a Buddha. Just imagine that you are the highest level of spiritual being that you want to be. Imagine that you are Christ, or you are Mother Mary, or you are St. Francis. Just imagine a very high spiritual being that is you, that is sitting in this golden lotus, and imagine the whole lotus around you is filled with jewels, and you're floating on this beautiful pool of beautiful crystal blue water, supporting the lotus. Imagine the beautiful sky above you, perfect sunlight, perfect clouds, the perfect day. You feel very warm and very comfortable. And imagine that this pond is, in your favorite location, whether it's in heaven or on Mother Earth. And you are attracting more and more wealth to you. Imagine the rays of sunlight bringing in more financial abundance. And then imagine what you will do with this financial abundance. That you want to save more money than you spend so that you can increase your money for your retirement, or you want to be able to pay off your student loans, or you want to be able to get your new apartment, or you want to be able to get a car so that you can drive around and offer more services, or whatever it is that you need at this time. And it all comes down to what will enable us to serve more, what will make you feel comfortable so that your heart can open even more. Because when we have enough financial abundance and our lives are secure, the house is okay, the car is okay, we're not having to take it to the shop, we don't have to worry about fixing the tire, then we're able to focus our attention and our love on other people even more. And imagine how you feel when you can do all of these things that you want to do. Get the bills paid, put money in the bank, and be able to go about as you would like perfectly. And then if everything is already good, you don't need to do any of that. Just imagine, if more money comes to you, what would you give it to? Would you want to support the animal shelters? Would you want to support some kind of project where people clean the oceans? Would you want to support education, clean water? There's a million things that money can be utilized for in a very beautiful and helpful way. And then we'll chant greatest gratitude, a few rounds in English, and then a few rounds in Chinese, which is Da, Gun, and Da is greatest, Gun, N is gratitude. And we will say hello. So just repeat after me. Dear soul, mind, and body.
Dear soul, mind, and body
Of my wealth.
of my wealth.
I love you, honor you, and appreciate you.
I love you, honor you, and appreciate you.
You have the power
You have the power
to grow and to flourish.
to grow and to flourish.
Do a good job.
Do a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear Divine.
Dear Divine.
Dear Tao.
Dear Tao.
Dear all our heavens teams.
Dear all our heavens teams.
And all our earth teams.
And all our earth teams.
We love you, honor you, and appreciate you.
We love you, honor you, and appreciate you.
Please bless our financial practice.
Please bless our financial practice.
Dear all souls.
Dear all souls.
That we are our ancestors.
That we are our ancestors.
Have ever hurt or harmed.
Have ever hurt or harmed.
In terms of finances.
In terms of
We
finances.
are all extremely sorry.
We are all extremely sorry.
We apologize.
We apologize.
Please forgive us.
Please forgive us.
Please forgive us for all of our mistakes.
Please forgive us for all our mistakes
In all of our lifetimes.
in all of our lifetimes. Thank you.
Dear all souls.
Dear all
Who
souls
have ever hurt or harmed us.
who have ever hurt or harmed us,
Or our ancestors.
or our ancestors,
In this or any other lifetime.
in this or any other
In
lifetimes,
regards to finances.
in regards to
You are
finances,
all completely forgiven.
you are all completely forgiven.
All debts are forgiven.
All debts are forgiven.
You owe us nothing.
You owe us nothing.
Let us all join hearts and souls together
Let us all join hearts and souls together
to create more financial abundance and stability.
to create more financial abundance and stability.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll sing greatest gratitude Greatest gratitude, 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 greatest gratitude. Daganen, 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 Daganen. Greatest gratitude, 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 greatest gratitude. Thank you, all of our treasures. Thank you, all of our heavens teams, earth teams. Thank you, Divine and Tao. Thank you, all those whom we've forgiven and all those who've forgiven us. We love you all, on you, and appreciate you all.
Thank you. 7:03. Wow.
You sure?
Yes. Okay. Give us a moment.
We're gonna disconnect and come back.
I was ready.
I have a little issue.
Doing all right. Doing great.